Ago.
Yes, I did, yeah.
I was wondering if you got any public reaction to it.
Right, well, I'm videoing this. It's going to be quite a long video because we're taking a 15-mile drive, so it's probably going to take me half an hour. So I'm going to chat to you while I'm doing it, and you're seeing what I'm seeing because I've managed to position the camera in the front of the car, so you're seeing what I'm seeing. And I'm going to pick Kobe up. Yeah, I feel pretty tired. I mean, I've had a pretty restless night, and drank some alcohol actually, and I never drink alcohol. Well, very rarely drink alcohol. So it's a case of just staying on this road. It's just this one road. We're going to stay on it. So it's straight down this road. As you can see, Stansted is that way, but we're going to Thaxted now, and Safron Walden, which is where Kobe is, Safron Walden. So this is the journey that I had to do last night. I took him to the first vets, which was the local town, Dunmo, and they first of all they said, oh, he's cut himself badly, and I knew it was worse than a cut because he wouldn't stop bleeding. So they put a pressure blanket on, a pressure bandage all around his chest. I did a short video of that in the car. I've got to learn how to edit all this stuff. I don't have a laptop, so... Well, I do have a laptop. I've got about 5 of them actually, but because they're related to my work that I used to do, I haven't touched them for the last year. Can't even remember them. I don't even know if they've got any codes in them. So I need to dig one of those out really. Right, well, this is one of those roads where you've always got something up your backside, and that motorhome's been parked up there yesterday as well. Yeah, so I've got a big 4-wheel drive up my backside, and you can't go slow on these roads because people get annoyed with you. So I am driving a bit fast. I'm doing 45 miles per hour, that is, which is in kilometres. I don't know what it is in kilometres, it shows me, but 60, 70. I'm actually speeding because it's 40 mile an hour. Yeah, so anyway, so I'm videoing it. We're going to pick... Right, yeah, Kobe, sorry. Went to the first vets. They said, oh no, he's cut himself badly. And I said, oh, do you know what, I think it's worse than that. No. When they cut themselves, it does bleed a lot. I mean, there was so much blood. It was craziness. It was just pumping out blood. And so they put a pressure bandage around his chest. And then he got in the car. First of all, he was... well, when I first took him to the vets, when he had the towel and that wrapped around him, I put him in the back of the car. But Kobe's naughty, and even with his chest all hanging open, he jumped over the back seat and then wanted to be in the front. So I had to take the car seat out here. Look at that, isn't that lovely? This is why I'm videoing it, just to let you see the area. I mean, last night was the first time that I ever drove down this road, so it's the second time I've ever driven down this road. I'm going to put in a minute and let that car behind me go past me because he obviously knows his way around, and he wants to... That is in front of me now. Yeah, so I had to drive him to this next vet's. Thank God it was just one road. Yeah, see them solar panels there in the farmer's fields? That's what I used to do. Anyway, got him to the vet's, and he started bleeding through this. He was next to me, and it started bleeding through this pressure bandage. And I thought, oh my God, this is not just a cut. This is not just a cut. So, because of this COVID thing, I can't go into the vets. So I had to leave him with him outside, and they wouldn't even take him in until I'd paid him some money. So God knows what it's like in these countries where you've got to pay all your doctors and everything. It must be terrible in America, where if you've got no insurance, and luckily enough, I've got some money in the bank, because God knows what would have happened. We would have just been left to die, bleed to death. Looks like someone's got a bonfire going there. And anyway, they did the operation. They thought they was just sewing him up at first. They said, if you go home, because it was 7 o'clock in the evening, they said, if you go home, then come back tonight about 10, or we'll phone you about 10 o'clock in the evening, because we're going to have to knock him out, give him drug him to knock him out to be able to sew him up. So he's got to wake up and make sure he's okay. So it'll be about 10 o'clock in the evening. So I'm in my daughter-in-law's car, and one of the headlights is not working properly. So driving late at night, when it's dark on these country lanes, I thought, well, I don't want to drive all the way back 15 miles and then drive all the way here again at 10 o'clock at night and then drive all the way back at 10 o'clock at night. So I said, look, I'll wait around. So luckily enough, there was a Tesco's supermarket down the road. So I went in there and bought some shopping. Didn't really need it, but bought it. And used their toilet. And then I stayed in their car park until 10 to 10, and I was just about to leave the car park to go back to the vets, and the phone rang, and it was the vets. Very nice young lady, a German lady, really nice. I know she's German because I asked her what her accent was, and we had a little chat, because I did live in Stuttgart in Germany for quite a long while when I was working over there. And I've got to slow right down there. Something going on in front of us. What's that? Oh, it's just parked up. And yeah, this is lovely. This is why I wanted to show you. I mean, once we get to Thaxted, you're going to love it. I mean, if you're coming to England, you really need to hire a car, or preferably a motorhome, and come and look at England. I mean, it is lovely. It is lovely. This is Thaxted. It really is Essex. You've got to come and drive around Essex. I mean, there's so many lovely little places. Yeah, so she said about the... Oh my God, he wants the whole of the road. She does. Could get a smaller car. What's this one up to? For God's sakes. These people don't know how to drive these vehicles. So she said it wasn't a case of him just cut himself. It turns out that he'd impaled himself, and he'd been stabbed 4 or 5 inches, and where he's ripped himself, I can only assume it's the fence. So he's it looks like he stabbed himself. Nice polite policeman there. He stabbed himself. It looks like he's tried to jump over the fence, stabbed himself on the fence, and then trying to get off of it, because obviously he's got the fence sticking through him, he's ripped himself. And he's ripped himself from his front legs right down to his back legs, and it's all gone into his guts and everything. So when they've operated, they've had to, it was a 3-hour operation, and they've had to clean him all out because there was loads of dirt and grit and everything else in there. So he must have struggled to get himself off this fence. I mean, it was unbelievable. He was so calm. He didn't cry. He was just really calm. I was doing the sawing with the jigsaw, building the frame for the inside of the van, and he come over to me and he looked up at me, and I thought, what's that? I looked, oh my God, there was just blood dripping out of him. Oh my God, it was everywhere. Oh my God. Anyway, they phoned me up last night and they said, yeah, he's just finished the operation. He hasn't woken up properly yet. He's initially woken up and then gone back to sleep because he's drugged up. And they've given him loads of painkillers and antibiotics to make sure that he doesn't get peritonitis, which we looked that up, and it's an infection in the guts because he's damaged his guts. And anyway, she phoned me up this morning, 9 o'clock, and said that he's looking better, and I can come and pick him up, but I've got to pay more money. So it's £500 before he even went in the door last night. So God knows what I'm paying now. And it's lucky that, to be perfectly honest, I've got really bad lung problems, which is one of the reasons why I mean, I do smoke. I shouldn't smoke. I bought loads of nicotine patches last night. I've had a lot of stressful things happening, so I keep stopping smoking and then starting again. But to tell the truth, my lungs are badly damaged. It's from being in the building trade, from being a kid. I used to go to work with my stepdad. He was a painter and decorator, and I used to do a lot of rubbing down. So I'd be rubbing down paintwork and rubbing down walls and polyfiller, and of course then like wall filler and things like that, you had asbestos in it, and of course the door frames and all that, which we didn't know then but you do now. The paint used to have lead in it, so of course like most builders, I mean nowadays if I'm on a building site and I see someone in the dust, it's not my business. They think I'm a nosy old gal, and I say to them, listen, you need to put a mask on. But because they're young, oh no, I'm all right, and of course that's what happens when you're young. No, I'm all right. So I've actually got asbestos lungs, and you know, once you damage your lungs, you can't. They don't get better. And of course, smoking doesn't help either. So I was actually saving up, because I don't have any life insurance. I used to have life insurance, and then I had it for years, and then I don't know what happened. I think I was working abroad, and so it happened with, oh yeah, I got my bank details stolen. So I had to change banks and everything, and it was hard to do because I was working abroad. I had to come back to England and everything, so I missed 2 payments on the insurance. And I'd had this insurance for bloody years, paid a fortune in, and then they said, because I'd missed the 2 payments, that the insurance is cancelled. This is quite a few years ago. So after that I thought, what's the point in getting bloody insured if they're doing that? So I never bothered getting insured again. So, 4 years ago now? 3 years ago? Yeah, 3 years ago, nearly 4 years ago, the specialist wanted me to go into hospital and have this and have that and x-rays and God knows what else. I said to him, listen mate, just leave it. if I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I don't want all of your chemo, and I don't want it. I'm not into all that. I believe that it kills you off quicker, and let me just go the road. And he says, you'll be coughing up blood soon, and I ended up having a bit of a run-in with him actually. I said to him, listen, your speciality is lungs, but I'm not a stupid person. In fact, the reason why your hospital has a massive cut-in transfer of infections, hospital infections, is because I dealt with the NHS and introduced them to microbiome curtains, which stops transfer, but that's another story. I don't like it when people talk down to me, and doctors are bullies. They're bullies. They don't talk to me as if I'm an idiot. Anyway, so 4 years later, I'm still alive. I started doing this Kobe and Pete vlog. I've never done anything like it in my life. And I actually started it when I was very depressed. Very depressed. And I thought, you know what, there's got to be other people out there that are in the same situation as me, and you hide it. And the first thing that I didn't want to tidy up, I'd get up in the morning, literally sit up, go to the toilet, come back in. My other old dog had died. I didn't want to do anything at all, and that's why my son's bought me a dog. It wasn't actually Kobe that they bought for me. They actually bought me a Kobe's sister. And then I ended up with Kobe because the people that he'd gone to were ill-treating him. So I ended up with Kobe. And then Rosie, that was the one that I originally had from when she was 6 weeks old. She went to live with... she was no good with children. She got to 6 months old and she kept biting. She wouldn't stop her puppy biting. And it went from puppy biting to biting. And she went viciously, more than once, went for the children. And so can't keep her. But Kobe was a completely different character. But he had had a very bad start. And so Rosie went to some friends of mine and their dog handlers. And I know that she went to a good home because they run a business training dogs. They train them up to be nanny dogs, and they become worth a lot of money. But because of that, they have to be, because it's a business, they have to be involved with in England you've got the animal welfare people, the PDSA and the RSPCA. That's the Royal Protection for Cruelty to Animals. And they have to have inspection every month. And also they have to have registered vets and insurance and everything else. So Rosie went to a really good home and they trained her up really well. She became a security guard dog now. And another thing as well, because they're involved with the vets, they have to have police checks and everything else. And also, if they get a girl dog, the girl dog has to be neutered. It has to, say, kind of puppies, because they're not breeders. So Rosie wasn't used as a breeding dog. She's ended up as a really lovely trained dog. Right, we're now in Safron Walden, which is he ain't got an indicator on, so I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's just put his indicator on. So we're now in Safron Walden, and we're almost at the vets. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I do babble on a bit, don't I? And thank God Kobe's alive. And do you know what I was saying to Jai? It was only about, Jai said this to me this morning. literally 10 minutes before, Harrison was outside with me, and I said to Jai, Jai, can you take Harrison in and keep Evie, the other dog, in? Because I was using the jigsaw and I didn't want to. I didn't want an accident. And Jai said to me, you know what? You knew something was going to happen because it was only 10 minutes before that he'd said about taking the dog in. So anyway, we're nearly at the vets. Yeah, she needs one. And here we go. The veterinary hospital. So no one's going to let me through. Right, I'm going to have to turn the phone off now, and I'll turn the car around as well. What side is he going to get in? Yeah, I'll turn the car around. He's going to get in outside. Oh no, it's pointless. I can't open that bloody door. There's no point in turning the car around now. Let's just put it back where it was. Right, so. Oh, because the door won't open on that side. This is story noise, can't it? It's got quite a few things that need doing. So anyway, I'm going to have to phone the vet now. I'll video on the way back. So love you lots. Love yourselves more. And I'll video Kobe. Thanks for all of your messages and everything. Sorry, I was really stressed last night. So, speak to you soon. Bye.